Wow. What did I tell you? When people are trying to get themselves together and better themselves and have a better life for themselves, it's always somebody gonna come when the chips are down, sticking a hand out, talking lawsuits. I think it was Dave Chappelle said Michael Jackson been gone for 10 years and got 2 new cases. It's funny and sad at the same time that this is where our country is right now. Moral value is thrown out. No one cares. Everybody's looking in it for self. And now a female who is engaged in sexual acts with a married man is mad at Kevin Hart and wants to sue Kevin Hart for $60 million. Mm, mm, mm. One, Kevin Hart. Oh, don't worry, she's not gonna get the money. I'm sorry. Let me stop right there. Let me back up to tell you this much. She's not going to get $60 million. Okay, she ain't gonna get $1 million. All right, but they got to go to court for that. But here's the thing: Kevin Hart is recovering right now, and this is gonna be a lengthy recovery. It's gonna take him some months due to a car accident that she was not involved in. This thing is about 2 years old when he was in this hotel room and was recorded by his former buddy JT and put on video. And her name is Montia Sandbag or Sabag. Okay, so Sandbag decided that it would be great to have an encounter with Kevin Hart in a Las Vegas hotel where she claims, even though JT Jackson was found guilty, she claims Kevin Hart and JT Jackson, his friend who later was arrested for extortion, he was motivated by publicity. He needed to get more, especially with an upcoming comedy tour. And that's why he and JT allegedly hit the camera. Oh my God. Her lawsuit claims Kevin Hart allowed Jackson into the Cosmopolitan Hotel suite so he could set up hidden video cameras to capture the liaison. And Jackson, who was later charged with 2 counts of extortion relating to the alleged efforts to get money out of Kevin Hart to keep the tape under wraps. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Good people, good people, are you listening? Are you woke? Are you stable? I want you to hear this right now. Because I want to be very clear about it. Listen, she says Kevin Hart was planning a comedy tour. A comedy tour wasn't even in the works. It wasn't even planned. So there was no comedy tour coming up. He didn't know he was going to make a comedy tour. He ended up having to make this into a comedy tour. He had a lot more to risk losing by having a scandal like this. This ain't what he wanted. His wife was pregnant, having a baby, and all of these different things. He wasn't thinking about getting caught up in a scandal. Kevin Hart has NBA sponsorships. He have all these good, Saturday morning promotional things that he does. You don't want Kevin Hart to be the center of this stuff with all the controversy that's attached to it. since this has happened, you really haven't seen Kevin Hart with the NBA doing a lot of things since this incident has happened. So it did put a little stain on him for a minute. But once he was the victim also, because he did not plan this, then that's what I'm saying. She's not finna get no $60 million. This woman done bumped her head. What would he pay you $60 million for? And he was the victim too. But see, there's no money in saying that Kevin Hart was the victim too. Even though Lisa Bloom, this seems like a whole Lisa Bloom thing to me. A sweep up job because she already said Kevin Hart was a victim too. JT Jackson was charged with 2 counts of extortion. Does that sound like a plan to you? When somebody gets charged with extortion for trying to get money out of somebody, they've been charged with it? 2 counts? You think that's something staged? This ain't no Takashi move where people are getting kidnapped and nobody getting arrested for it. Same one of his spoofs. This guy that he trusted planted a camera so that he could record another man having an episode with a woman for money to try to extort his friend. It don't get any more pathetic than that. I don't care how low I fall off the map. I could never do that to somebody I call my friend. How could anybody? Especially somebody that's helping you out. So now Lisa Bloom, of course, she's going to dispute the extortion claim, saying that Montia is the victim. Multiple felonies under state or federal law. She's like, I am not an extortionist. I am not a stripper. I am a recording artist and actress. I have not broken any laws. I have nothing to do with these recordings. Oh, you're in them. You have nothing to do with them being recorded. Yeah, I'll agree with you there. But the person you got to sue is JT, and you better sue the Cosmopolitan. Well, you can't really sue them if the person had a key. But yeah, JT Jackson is the only person you could really sue in this situation. They're just trying. They're not gonna get 60 million. Look, they're just trying to get a settlement. They got some publicity, but $60 million is insane. It's insane. And I mean, when Kevin Hart can't even, you know what I'm saying, he's rehabbing, trying to get his life together. This is an extra BS he don't even need to deal with. Now he's got to pay lawyers to keep people off his back, mainly because of that. It's sad. It's a sad day for everybody involved. Very sad. Uh, it's a lot of different, everybody here in the live chat. I mean, y'all ain't got a dogger like that in the YouTube premiere. Hey, she is not her fault, and no, she don't look like a man. I understand y'all want to blast her, and don't take this out on women in general. It's just some of these women are stuck up for too many sexual advances early in their lives, and they're seeing reality television. They seeing all these athletes. They seeing how these girls are coming up on Instagram, and they trying to get into business. They want to be stars. They want to be celebrities. And anybody who grabbed Lisa Bloom, you understand the situation. These are people looking for a quick check for nothing. I mean, I don't understand what she thought that this was going to help her career, an actress in singing. You know, being with a married man in a hotel room, that's going to advance your career. You're already coming in the game the wrong way. You're not trusting your talent. So, what example are you setting there? Now we got to look at you with moral sophistication. I'm sorry. I'm just having a hard time feeling sorry for somebody in this situation when she shouldn't have been there in the first place. He's like, you just gonna give Kevin Hart, the one that's married. And it like she didn't know who he was and didn't know he was a married man. It's not like this night, like he was a doctor or lawyer. Like she just met him that night. Like you didn't tell me you were married. Um, I'm quite sure she knew that was Kevin Hart. He's like, hey, I'm Kevin Hart. He had to introduce himself to her. I'm quite sure she knew exactly who he was. I'm quite sure she knew exactly what she was doing when she went to the hotel room. I mean, this is not an assault by Kevin Hart. This was all consensual. Everything that went down was consensual, except for one person who was found, who was charged for extortion, 2 counts for recording it. And a horrible recording job he did setting up the camera. But it was enough to cause enough controversy and almost ruin Kevin Hart's livelihood. So naturally, that person is the one they should be going after. But they're pushing after Kevin Hart only because of money. Because JT ain't got 60 coins in the bank and Kevin Hart has the money. So let's just sue him. Screw it if he is the victim too. We don't care. And see, that's what the problem I have with women today. You got to stop that. Because you make it hard for the real women out there who this stuff happens to. And they can't get anyone to listen to them. They can't get anybody to take them serious because they got people like y'all running around here trying to scam to get any little bag you can, any little come up. Ooh, this opportunity happened. I smell money. And this is a shortcut to get to the money. Found a shortcut to the maze to get to the cheese, huh? Well, ain't no 60 for you. Because even heavily medicated, Kevin Hart can make that decision real quick. You don't get a dime. I would fight it to the T. It'll be in 16,000 courts. We will not settle. It'll be you spending all your money and I'm spending more. Call the press. We finna do a whole press conference. This thing is, she gets nothing. Not even for the gaming fee. I mean, all of it's gotta stop. So, anyway, I'm out. Don't forget to hit up the Cash App or hit the Streamlab up. Streamlab is cracking. Go on and leave me a message over there. It's in the description box where it says Super Chat. Yeah, hit that. And we can reconvene later. I'm out.